So once your skillet's nice and hot, now we can pour in the oil. And I always like to get the skillet hot first because it gets the oil hot faster. And we'll just place our eggplants. Now these are going to shrink when you cook them. So you really want to see it sizzling and bubbling up. And you don't have to cook it all the way through because again, we're going to cook it later after we stuff it. Just keep turning it around and around until it gets nice and soft on all sides. You can even smell the aroma of the eggplant. Eggplant has such a distinct smell. It's really mouth-watering and gets your appetite oozing for more food. It's great. So once you see your eggplants are nice and soft, and you could see in the heat that they already expand a little bit. Where you split the belly, see it just pierced a little hole, and it's already expanding for you. Now's a good time to fry up your skinny green peppers. Now you gotta be careful with these because if these are the really spicy kinds, then they'll pop when you put them in. You just want to do a very light fry with these because you're going to place them over on top. My husband loves eating these. He eats these plain. He eats them even without that. Sometimes he doesn't care about that. He wants a lot of those, and he likes the extra hot ones. So when we're cooking the hot ones, they really splash in my kitchen. You just want a light fry, and then take them out quickly. See, that's enough. Got a nice fry over here, a nice one over here. You can even see the color, how really rich and green it is. All right, so now we'll just put this over here. And now I just have a baking dish over here. We'll place in our eggplants, and as you can see, I've drained them on a paper towel to drain up all excess oil. But you know, if you wanted to leave the oil, you can because you're baking it anyway, and sometimes all that oil tastes really great. Now you want to leave a little room because you're going to stuff them. So now what you want to do is maybe take 2 tablespoons because you need the dull spoon to help you open up your eggplants. So just take the back of the spoons and kind of open them up a little bit. And you can see they open up really easy and nice. They're really soft. Just want to open them up so you can get as much stuffing as you can. Now if you had pierced it all the way through, then you wouldn't have been able to stuff it. That's why you got to make sure when you pierce it not to get all the way through. Just take your stuffing mixture and just start filling it up. And you can even smell the aroma coming from the allspice. Just a little bit of allspice gives it a really strong, pungent smell, and it really makes the food appetizing. It's like you're gonna say, I can't wait to eat it. So now see how you stuff them? You don't overflow it. We have a little bit of meat left, so if you wanted, you can do less. But this is actually great. You could just eat it by yourself on the side. So what we're gonna do now is add our boiling water, which I have right here. And I'm gonna mix it in with the tomato sauce. Now, if you didn't have tomato sauce, you can do tomato paste. Just get a tablespoon of tomato paste, mix it in with the water, and just pour it all on top. And you're gonna cover this with aluminum foil and let it bake in the oven on 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. But if you wanted to, you can also do this on the stovetop. Sometimes if you have a nice skillet, you can just get that skillet ready with the cover and cover it and do it. And for the skillet, you usually need about a half an hour. But keep eyeballing it. Make sure it doesn't get too mushy. You just want the right consistency and the great tenderness. Now what I'm doing with this tomato is I'm cutting some wedges. So I'll take the corners and just cut some wedges because we love to add just a little bit of tomato. In fact, if you have a barbecue or a grill, we love to just barbecue some tomatoes. It really makes them soft and juicy, and it really cuts the flavor of the meat, so it's kind of like you're having a sauce. So you just want to add 1 tomato up on top. And here is where we add our 2 skinny green peppers. Now, of course, if this was in my house, we'd be adding like 4 or 5. So you just want to cook it. Have my tin foil right here. I'm just going to put this in the oven for about 15 minutes and then I'm going to check on it and see how it's doing. So this has been boiling in the oven for about 20 minutes. It looks like our eggplants are really nice and cooked. Let's check it out. Just want to be careful when you're lifting this because it's going to steam up. All right, it looks really nice and tender. Let's get our serving tray that's over here. And it's hot, so be careful. So what I want to do first is just garnish my plate with some parsley. Make it really pretty. As you can see, we use parsley a lot in a Turkish kitchen. And just be very gentle when you do this. Now we use parsley so much in my house that sometimes when I buy it by the bunch, while my son is sleeping, I'll just clean it up, without washing it of course, just cut the stems off and get it ready for in a bag. So every time I want it, I can just wash it right away and use it. I don't have to waste time on cleaning it or chopping it. But of course you don't want to wash it right away because then it'll wilt. So you just want to maybe clean that parsley up, especially when you're doing a lot of Turkish recipes. Makes everything a lot easier and go by a lot faster. So now what we can do is just take our peppers and place them around. And then what we can do also is just get a little bit of that sauce, that really delicious tomato sauce. We can even pour it over our mixture. So this is our delicious traditional karniyarik. It looks so beautiful with the great color, the red and the green, and it smells great. I know you're going to enjoy it. So now I'm going to just check on our bulgur and then get it ready to serve.